This is part 3 of our Artifacts from the Future, Found Artifacts from the Future by Wired Magazine. So here we're in 2005. So in the future, you will have Operate at Home. Technicians still make house calls. Operation Home. The surgery performed telerobotically by real surgeons at home at half the price. 30% lower infection rates than hospitals. Well, that's probably true. Now we have a food reader, taste tester. So if things are sort of delectable and designed for maximum taste bud satiation now, imagine the future. Risk of gastrointestinal distress, 52%. Recommendation, discard, wash hands thoroughly. Tells you if this, chili dog is crap. Easy rating not found. Vinny's Wieners. Oh, man. That could probably be a thing. Transporter 3. Okay, so then I guess it's going to have the Star Trek transporter. Matter transport insurance plan. And I'm sure they're going to have some kind of like semi-hilarious payout of $10 million in the event of identity theft or identity duplication, mistaken arrival point within 1 kilometer of target area, double payment in the event of loss or incorrect positioning of limb or organ, DNA mesh with fellow traveler, human, all other forms of reversible misassemblage, triple payout in the event of irreparable loss of traveler or irreversible misassemblage, DNA mesh with fellow traveler, non-human. I've read and understood and agreed the summary terms conditions of Deluxe Max transport insurance plan. Oh, matter transporter, round trip one way. Well, that's true. I mean, there's probably going to be mishaps. So this is the horoscope in the future, April 2056. Now let's go to Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn. So gather the courage to nip office gossip in the bud. Venus is retrograde. Allows your head to rule your timid heart. Tick originally belonged to Harvest Clone. I won't tell anybody. With deadly V-word popping up worldwide, your medicine cabinet reflects your anxiety. But beware of pharmacists preying on fear. A fixed earth sign like you doesn't need Ebola away anyways. Oh, so that's the previous drug that gets rid of heart clots. So that's a Taurus. Aries. You spend more your rupees. So oh my god. So the Sino future is going to be a mash of India and Europe. So world's greatest superpower, India, but with European characteristics. You spend more rupees than you earn, and your eyeballs deep in debt. And I don't mean some dried up riverbed in the expanded Arab Emirates. Time to, in the future, I guess there's some conquest. Time to max out your personal retirement account. Super longevity ain't pretty when you're broke. So I guess like in the future, it predicts that everyone will be dirt poor because the retirement plans haven't kept up with like living for hundreds of years. Despite living in essentially a irradiated, terrible food, bug protein, global warming, global crisis wasteland. Gemini, an astrological twin, you may suffer from a split personality disorder. If your alter ego deliberately upstages you, increase your dosage of nano SSRIs and give the diva a nano OD. Oh my god. Cancer. Even though SETI is last deciphering the repeating transmission from Versa Minor, you still feel alone in the universe. It's time to come out with global cooling. So back to the 70s. Sexy singles are looking to that former melanoma breeding ground, the beach. So I guess after global warming is global cooling, so that's pretty good. The former melanoma breeding ground. Leo, your Sony Dreamcatcher has logged some disturbing images. What does it all mean? Don't bother checking the Orinology Index. Bit of advice, lay off the chimichangas before bedtime. Nighty night. Virgo, Your fluency in Punjabi, Tagalog, and American has has served you well professionally and financially. So I guess India and Tonga, they're going to be the next superpowers. But your personal life is still a monologue. Take an astro flight to Venus before it sinks. Oh, Venus is going to sink. And learn the language of love, Italian. Ciao bella. Sagittarius. The No Child Left Unassigned Act dictates the color of your nursery. No child left unassigned. So I guess in the future they're going to have some terrible eugenics breeding program. If your little bundle of joy arrives in the wrong package, consider protogenous sex reversal. Still unsure about parenthood? Rent a rep liquid with gender switch. So I guess they're predicting the future. I mean, that's already here. The, drag kids. Oh my God. Pisces, your New Year's resolution to eat right has been hampered by the confusing new GMO food pyramid. Oh God. If tomatoes could still rot, you'd hurl them at the FDA. Time for a new resolution. How about calling your mother once in a week on her implant phone? So that future's already here. I hate to say it. Aquarius. Now the coalition forces are unilaterally withdrawing from North Korea. Oh my God. So in the future, North Korea. Your year to protest some other injustice. Also, a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction spreads international harmony for the next 2 weeks. Time for a much-needed holiday in Tehran. So I guess we go to war with North Korea and Iran democratizes. This is great. I love this. How's my robot doing? Network admins wanted. To report erratic navigation or system failure, please send auto MI to Intelligent Transit 2012. Oh, so I get it. They're going to have, I guess they're self-driving trucks, the robotically driven trucks by 2012. Well, that didn't happen. Oh my God. There's some words I can't say in current YouTube. I guess maybe Wired Magazine really predicted a lot of things, right? Anti-V word. Hello, Ashley. We regret to inform you that you have contracted soul sucksore cold V word pestilence. Scanning all bodily upgrades for signs of infection. 22% complete. Cochlear iPod, left ear. Natural stimulator. Ocular implants, mucous membrane subminet, Jarvax pulmonary tar filters, Nokia 41200 Metro Subway, probable source of infection. Oh, I see. Wow, Nokia, I guess, is still big. See, this is, again, very early 2000s. Even, like, the obsession with Kobe beef, that's, like, Touch here for system debug, $249, $109 basic package. So this is all the mirror, in the mirror, like your, medicine cabinet is digitalized. Romantic thriller. Oh, I guess this is like binaural beats, like you sleep to them. Oh, I get it. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like when you dream, you have that's like a dream machine, I guess. Crossword, edited by Chris Baker. The 4th U.S. president on Novelet Bello, backbuck, new retirement age, 70 what? Does supercomputing initiated in the 90s, in the 80s, men's nickname, something dust, death notice for short, first name of all across, formerly extinct, 46 president or GM staple food, novelist Bello, back talk, root used in perfume, new retirement age 70 what? Does supercomputing initiate in the 90s? Mem's nickname something dust, death notice for short, first name of the 58th acre, formerly extinct felines. Oh my God, there's going to be cats that are extinct in the future. Formerly extinct felines, number one killer in America. Pop word guide before Wiktionary. Original fabulist. Decision weapon in the EU civil war. Oh God! I hope Russia kicks the ass of the Anglos. The Eurasianist will conquer the Atlanticist scum. Recently, most outsourced coders per capita. Well, that would be San Francisco. Halo pick. I guess Halo is still going pretty strong here. Pan or Silenus, e.g., Venus man-made moon. Venus has a man-made moon in the future. African succulents in of first music set to go all digital, opposed to Congo computer first man between Paleocene and Oligocene. So we're beyond the Anthropocene. Mars settlement, what station? General Zod's command. Kubrick's murderous AI. College prerequisites before Intel scan. Particular May 7th, 2018 event. RPG combat what based? Mineral or coal bad. Something's law. Pennsylvania City where the Turing test was passed. Oh god. First video game to nab Oscars. 8 musicians or 8 bits. New name, crop pesticide re-legalized. I guess. Well, they re-legalized DDT in 2007. HH Mono pseudonym. Firefox creator, Microsoft CEO Blaine something. Solid Ground Terra 1 something. King or Hermit. Ireland in British. Puzzle game or hairnet. Man's Best Friend 2.0. I wonder what that could be. Doctor Who's organization. Gibson broke hip making what? Weapon 6. Water... Oh, I guess that's Lethal Weapon 6. Waterfront State Capital. Post Quirk Abar. Stinky resin gum. Discarded metal. Allevium. Reanimated Senator Thumund. Einstein protege discovered A/C. Red and Baltic Sahara. POW camp, cable TV kingpin, internet inventor, an objectivist according to critics. Wow, that's slang for gun, former Skylayer, archaic units of measurement, technology, entertainment, design, aber, a local area network for short, birth, a sneep or goat, Fort Ren cohort, Pokerbot smile. These make Pokerbot smile. Actress Cuthbert, Elizabeth Cuthbert. Hovercraft, hovercar, New Zealand pine trees. The pine trees in New Zealand now. Oh, I guess it's global cooling, so I guess that's true. Blood, phlegm, or bile. Armstrong took one for the man. Snow Crash, authored Stevenson. Affair, mythical birds. Infinitesimal amount. TV show that became fan-written in 2007. Star Wars? Well, Star Trek. Main attraction at Uhasa Zoo, novelist Keanu. So I guess after The Matrix, they think that Keanu Reeves becomes a novelist. That's kind of funny. So this is the crossword puzzle in the future. OTIS, residential level Arthur C. Clarke shopping center. See, this is what happens when nerds take over society from Silicon Valley, is that they will basically worship, science and science fiction. Residential levels, elevator, 35,000 kilometers. Arthur C. Clarke Shopping District. Solar Power Authority. Authorized personnel only. Satellite docking station. Mars transfer point. Van Allen Hilton. The Van Allen belt. Disney Haunted Space Station. Formerly ISS. Offering summer 2033. Lobby. Earth's surface. Passenger boarding duty free shop. Basement. Maintenance cargo loading. Summon rescue ship. Release emergency pressure suits. So I guess space travel just becomes like ordinary, bourgeois pastime. Me Razor. What is this? Your garbage is full of DNA. The stylish Me Baser uses patented nucleus wave technology to erase genetic information from your trash. Oh, I see. So in the future, genetic swapping and genome theft will be a thing. It's kind of like some cyberpunk nightmare. So now you have to have a trash can that erases all of your genetic material. So if you have like your coom rag, it's like it goes in there and Oh, there's diapers that have a sensor in them. Urine analysis. Oh man. Flyboy hoverboard. Oh, so that's like the thing in the future. And of course it's just a cheap, crappy toy that maybe you play once or twice and that's it, So, in the future, you're going to have the hoverboard. It's been a while since I posted last annual installment of Wired Magazine's Artifacts from the Future, from Backpage feature called Found. because the magazine's usually scrupulously complete online archive doesn't include the segment prior to November 2004. So today I went to Yale's engineering lab to scan the missing pieces, but one by one. Oh, wow, yeah, well, it's going to be archived on YouTube now. Moonmax! Wow, this is a pretty sexy ad right here. Moonmax, action herd buzz, post-coital afterglow, job well done euphoria, brush with death, tragic catharsis. Oh, this is a mood maxing machine, so you can go in there. First kiss, action hero buzz, post-coital afterglow. Warning, stimulation of the heart, blah, blah, blah. No electrodes. So you basically it's like a vending machine, or it's like a game machine, like a arcade machine where you go there and you can experience what it's like, the afterglow of sex or your first kiss. Lonely Hearts. What man-made horrors are the future going to bring? Lonely Hearts, chocolate cuticles, heartburn, melancholy, insomnia, phobia, social anxiety disorder, self-esteem deficiency, depression, pathological romantic ideation, sexual dysfunction. So I guess when you pop one of these delicacies, it's basically like a drug, but it's going to be in the food and the water, and people are going to be cool with it. And the proliferation of pharmaceuticals in the future will be so vast that any old kid can go into a corner store, a convenience store, and just get something that's going to permanently wire the chemistry in your brain forever. VL? What is this? Kevlar. Oh, Kevlar. Oh, so I guess rampant crime is going to be so prolific in the future that everyone's going to wear Kevlar fashion to deflect bullets constantly. Nano drill. Debug your sinuses. Temporary leaves runny nose, itchy eyes, coughing and sneezing. So does it put the nanobots in your nose, or does it take out the nanobots that are in the environment all the time that are going to destroy your sinuses from the inside? I wonder. Niagara Cliffs! Oh no! Oh no! God! When I was a kid, I remember, I know I'm totally doxing myself, but everyone pretty much knows that I grew up near Niagara Falls, the Canadian side. Actually, I live basically 10 minutes away. So, basically I remember this had to have been second grade. The science class or whatever they told us, the science portion, they told us that in so many millions of years that Niagara Falls will dry up. And literally half the class, you could see there was this tension of worriment over their face. So, but look at this. Paris is a tropical island. Egypt is covered in snow. Niagara Cliffs, so there's no more Niagara Falls. R.I.P. Niagara Falls. Hey kids, miss you. This place is so touristy. The food sucks. Worst trip yet in the world. The water skipping the Amazon grasslands. All right from you, XOXOXO. Francis B. Cobain. Wow. I guess in the future, Francis Farmer Cobain has kids, and, well, anyways. Oh, God. Is that a hologram? Walmart. This is going to be the currency of the future, the American dollar. Mint, Walmart. I guess this is, the currency will be a hologram. Bold to assume that they have physical money in the future still. Oh, my God. Fitricity gyms. You sweat, we pay. What is this about? Special bonus period. Exercise during the afternoon. Energy spike. And earn double points. Russ Gonzalez. 27 kilometers. Yeah, this is the gym in the future. By Metro Tulsa has already produced 1.3 megawatts this month. Oh, I get it. So whenever you exercise at the gym, it's powering the city and it goes to the power grid. So that's how you can go to the gym for free, because they're, getting something out of it. Found Tonight Show, 75th anniversary complete Radiohead. And there's the QR codes. Yeah, so I guess they didn't predict the death of physical media, I guess. The first 80 billion web pages. The 2000 Earth's weather event ever. All 18,000 episodes. Complete Radiohead, 22 albums, 100,788 tracks, Oh my god. So this is going to be like I guess physical media will still be around, but it'll be like the most mundane, Lost file. Oh, lost file. This is interesting because I remember in the early internet, like there was like a lot of like net-based art and like then later post-internet art where they were like trying to bridge the gap between the IRL, the meat space world, and the online world. And so they would put out like art posters like this, like I guess relational aesthetic thing, like some kind of micro performance where you get to like rip off the tag, like this sort of like guerrilla style of post internet art is like kind of interesting in some ways. Lost file, JW thesis, 76.5 gigabytes. Author J Wilson 84. Wi-Fi Cafe, Microstate U. So basically, if you have a lost file, you can physically poster around and be like, yeah, I saved this on some, I don't know, academia backpage or whatever. Oh my god, look at the graffiti on this. Look at the sticker tag and the sticker bombing. Hey, all you dorks, sober up. The sperm shop. MDF, one pill. Oh, it makes you sterile, I guess. So instead of a condom machine, it's literally like a vasectomy pill machine, male birth control. Vote station. Oh, so you have a vote. This is like your voter ID. Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. Terror says, thank you for voting. Oh, it's like a bill for voting. So you have to pay to vote, like it's a consumer product. Galactic space sickness bags. Oh, I see. So it's like in the future you're gonna have even more advanced sick bags in the Elon Musk's ride, Richard Branson, private space enterprise. So let's go to, okay, this was 2004. 2003, this is ancient stuff. This is still in the realm of like, there's still like a lot of aesthetic here that is, you can like notice the sort of difference here. The Eugene Cloning Kit. So another cloning kit contains 3 packets, chicken DNA, 6 specimen jars, 6 petri dishes, DNA sampling needles, embryo injector, mini cartridge, 1,000 times magnification microscope, and more. Oh my god, so you get to breed these like micro chicken men, these abominations before the Lord that every kid is going to have access to. I also love the other, what's interesting is because in the early 2000s, with us millennials, it was sort of like the heyday of, they say like the Gen Xers in the 90s it was, but no, it was like us millennials in the early 2000s. It was like the heyday of consumer products for kids, or like cheap crap that you get at like the Fisher Price, or like when I was a kid, we had the Sears catalog, the Christmas one, and the Christmas one was like just, my parents like literally hid it from me because I would like go to the back where all the toys were, and it was like literally like half this thing was like super thick and like half of it was filled with toys. Every kid would like thumb through it, I want that. But it's funny because I saw one of these flyers a year ago or so, and it was like a little thin sheet. It made me want to cry. Like, it was terrible. So it's assuming that kids will still like play with physical objects, like this kit or something of that nature. Whereas kids now, I guess, like they have apps and phones, and they don't care anymore. Video. So, again, it's really crazy to see how there, even though it's like very futuristic, it's still that same mindset of consumer products will basically be more upgraded versions of what the early 2000s had. So Xylanol, take 2, call in the morning, gel tablets, sleep substitute, active ingredients, serotonin, melatonin, Valerin, release wakefulness. Warning, do not use with caffeinated drinks or supplements. Exceeding recommended dose may cause ongoing disruption of circadian rhythms, can induce psychosis and damage endocrine and immune system. Not for children under 16. Overachieving study aid now with 26% more Ritalin. That's never anything good on TV after 2 a.m. Do not use if lid security. Alert sounds. So I guess in the future, you're going to have actual lid security. So I guess this is basically like the super supplement Like, it replaces sleep for you. So you can, you cram all night. Amazing. Sky cleaning, Tuesday. Stay indoors. Drone treatment may result in hazardous fallout. So I guess the sky is so noxious that they have to clean it. Nanodent, scrubbing dentabots, attacks plaque, whitening. So in the future, you're going to have like micro organisms that are going to do functions that the body usually does, but only better. Active ingredients, nanoscopic self-assembling, bristles and scrubbers, buffers and carbamides, peroxide whitening agent, nanobots disinfect in saliva and disintegrate in saliva and are safe to swallow. Attention, this product is not intended to fix cavities. Use nanobot flash fill enamel strips for progressive tooth decay. Atkins farm beef, oh my god. Top sirloin. So I guess this is like a pharma-grown meat. The goodness of meat without the butcher. Grows fresh from Black Angus cattle. See suggested recipes. It even looks nasty. It kind of looks nasty. Get well soon. You were almost perfect the way you were made. But once in a while, we all need a leg up. We all need an upgrade. So I guess this is when Grandpa gets his robotic legs. Happy birthday, Supergirl. And I guess they predicted the proliferation of anime in the future. Can't believe you're burning for you're everything I was, and so much more. So what I mean by that is like the crossing over to where anime becomes like the most mainstream thing ever in like, North America and Europe, as opposed to like, still being relatively obscure in the early 2000s. The Land Warrior system. So your G.I. Joe is going to be equipped with a Land Warrior system, which the U.S. government, I believe, they discontinued even though it was promising. Assemble your own complete Land Warrior force. Looking for compatible bionic special forces figures, Yankee mobile robotic combat units, unmanned KASA ATVs, chameleon tank mount, remote piloted stealth Raptor 10s. Wow. It's funny because that's like the kid fantasy in this time where it's like, what if you had like basically toy soldiers? That's what, Biocast for Dallas, Texas. A Biocast day outlook. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, so it's to track exotic influenza, pollen particulates, tropical diseases, total germ index. Oh, so it's like a human weather forecast for various maladies and pestilences. 60% chance of West Nile. Annual anthrax resurgence in Great Little Rock shows normal. Travel along the New York DC Hyperway limited to essential movement. So it's funny how, for obvious reasons, for the last 2 years, it seems that this type of like forecasting based upon like biomedical status and just like periodic pestilences that will kind of like how the weather changes and it sort of screws up your plans. Quite precedented, don't you think? Solar cure. So this is a very aesthetic image. I like this one. This is early 2000s illustration. Solar Cure, fast acting, melanoma removing gel, featuring extra strength RNA interference formula, sunblock SPF 290. So it gets rid of your melanoma for you. So again, like, global warming and all that. Facial scan. The Google Glass is going to be a reality. Remember X, first meet age 13, 2014, Natural Kidney Manufacturers Consortium, last seen December 24th, 2015, Free Syria fundraiser. Well, they predicted that, didn't they? Free Syria fundraiser. Occupation, artificial vat technician. Spouse, Martha. Children. So remember X. So it's like, it's funny how they still have that mindset of like, there's one application for one item of consumer product, whereas the way that it's going now with like the virtual sort of app or crypto economy or whatever, they don't really need to have like people buying a million different gadgets. Rather, it's just like, that's the dream of things like Google Glass, where it's like the one device nowadays fits all these different needs, but of course you have to pay to play. And so they really were of the mindset that like monopoly will be there, but not to the extent that monopoly exists now when it comes to tech companies, which I find fascinating. So the whole like era of like one device for one specific purpose that one company makes, that's sort of gone now. Now you have like corporations that control everything, that have like multi-use devices. You know, the smartphone is the ultimate multi-use device. Aibo, Turing Terrier. So is this an animatronic dog? Bonds with the whole family, housebroken, no more walks, responds to commands in 8 major languages, 9th century model, compatible with Fetch Pro for VIII. Turing Terrier, oh, so I get it. So it's Turing test. It's basically like a robotic dog that's like perfect in every way, and you don't have to like, you know, have the inconvenience of a real dog. Match strips, DNA compatibility test. So instead of horoscopes, you're going to have this. Heart disease, diabetes, alcoholism, ADD, 11 major cancers, 15 other personality genetic modifiers. So I guess if you detect the warrior gene, maybe that could be another one. Fast forward, monthly airtime charges. Total, oh my God, premium service charges. So this is going to be your internet bill, mobile email, mobile internet connectivity, television entertainment package, home alarm system. So here we have like still this thing about like the smartphones, but it's still kind of like broken up into different devices. And they predict that charges for like wireless internet would be like astronomical in the future, right? So now finally we have 2002. So these are the oldest ones. The Complete Wired Futures Artifact. Below, find the first year of Wired Magazine's innovative, though now defunct, back page feature, Found Artifacts from the Future, which started in the February 2002. I think I remember February 2002. I remember like going to school. What grade was I in? Grade 5. Because grade 1, I was 2001, 9/11. I was in grade 4. Since the online archive of Found goes back only as far as 2004. So here's a blog. He says the final refers to 2008. So I guess, you know, futurism pretty much died in 2008. The internet, they say the kickoff point was 2003, where like people, you know, really, the internet really like, you know, took off. So this is from 2002. Since the online archive for Found goes back only as far as November 2004. Greater Earth Parking and Traffic Summit. So here you have like basic like early 2000s animation right here. Greater Earth Parking and Traffic Summit. So, I mean, you know, graphic design. So this is like your parking fine in the future. Redeemable for 1 Citizoni WA packet, a participating Chisak zone. So, again, see, this is like the peak of the Y2K aesthetic. I love this image right here. Onade. So this is going to be, you know, I would love it if bottles were like this now. Like, why can't they do this? Like, why does every bottle have to look the same? Why can't we go to something more aesthetic? Why? They hate beauty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only, like, it's true though. I mean, this is amazing. The original Helixer multi-gene formula with 100% real hyper fruit. So it's basically a genetically modifying vitamin drink that changes your DNA. Real hyper fruit flavoroids, citrus fusion, proactivate, active ingredients, natural flavors, total DNA for best results, first followed ingredient by the blah blah blah. So that's the drink of the future. Found Geary Revival Mansion, Office Prague, Split Level Fantasy. So these are like the housing brochures in the future. Seed to house in 60 days. Oh, I get it. You get to grow your own house. That's pretty cool. That'll solve the housing crisis. A Paranoid Dragon. Lunch specials. House special. 2 delicacies. Choice of house wine. sauce, or amyl chloride alcohol. 2 kinds of synthetic meat. General Tao's autoclave chicken. Certified eggplant and basil. Contains no eggs. Thai Chinese safe food restaurant serving secure and sterile food since 2023. No MSG, HGH, DEET, TBE, Visa, MasterCard. Southern Thai safety noodles. Double pan-fried protected noodle combo. Drunken noodle with antibody. Sim pad sim Thai. Combination fried hydropene rice. Kung Pao sim lamb chicken. Lab chicken with cleaning spice, recombined duck, Peking lab duck, vat beef with certified vegetables, barbecue vat pork with SNOPs, human style vat soya, human or Thai style synthetic protein, lab raised shrimp and crane. Paranoid Dragon does not serve ocean or waterway products of any kind. Shrimp with reconstructed cashew or almond. Crispy crawl with lab vegetable. Prion-free oh my god! Prion-free vegetables. I guess like prions are just gonna explode. Oh god, please no. Associated vegetable chow mein. Certified vegetable chow mein. You can trust our restaurant. All portions are delicious, nutritious, low in natural ingredients. So I guess by this time, natural ingredients would just be total poison in the atmosphere. Prepared in secure state-of-the-art facility. Airtight, premised under 24-hour armed guard. All employees tested weekly. Sources for all natural products have tested negative for mad carrot and related prion agents. So, okay, so this was the whole mad cow disease thing, right? Which is a prion disorder. Portions are transported to you in a warmer irradiator and delivered in decon-safe plastic housing. Some ingredients may be derived from wild or traditionally farmed sources. Szechuan dinner fully insured. $231 per person. Minimum 2 people. So in order to eat safe with this like lab-grown biomedical slop, it's going to cost an arm and a leg. $161.50 per person. Minimum 2 people. Poo-poo safety platter. Wonton super hot and cleaning soup. Choice of 1 entree per person. Housing special dinner approved. Yeah, so they see like the fortune cookie has pills in it. So in the future, society will be so thoroughly embedded with biomedical technology in our food and water, and anything that's traditionally grown was just going to be a waste dump. It's just going to cause all sorts of horrendous, abominable diseases that you're going to have to pay a king's ransom for the ability to eat, decent food. Quick skin, self-grafting bandages. That would actually be a good idea. Healing wounds with live tissue. Now 30% faster growing. Guaranteed sterile. La Tour de France. Bio-investigation report. Ban Lance Armstrong. Grozny Islamic Republic of Chechnya. Bionomics implants. Steroid hormones, performance enhancers. So this is your bio map of like your Tour de France. New Eden super oxy generating versatile. Scrubs air clean up to 200 times faster. The conventional house plant there transforms your home into a safe air sphere of wellness. Cleans your air. It actually cleans your air faster. Mood balancing hydrangea. Releases mood stabilizing chemicals into the environment. So, oh my god, Hugo troubleshooting guide. So I guess this is your guide for your robot in the future. Your life. The cereal specially fortified for Craig Shapiro. Free toy Husket. So this is basically in the future you're going to get to buy cereal that is profiled to your specific deficiency vitamin needs. It's going to be genetically profiled. Keanu Reeves, actor, director. So this is like your future iPad, I guess. Actor, musician, Henry Rollins. So yeah, this is just basically the iPad. So this is like reading the newspaper on the iPad. Oh, this is lovely. So this is our last one. The Christmas tree generator. How seasonal. In the future, your Christmas tree is just going to be a holographic, electronically produced image. I think it's like aesthetic as hell. It's really got that whole like late 90s throwback to the 60s and 70s. It's got that type of vibe to it. So this has been the Found Archive. So this has really been a journey into the possibilities of the future. And I think it's really great. It's always interesting to look at, as I've said, futurism of a relatively recent past. And of course, things were much more aesthetic back then. I wanted to leave off the series of Artifacts from the Future with a reading of a pertinent short chapter in Byung-Chul Han's Psychopolitics. And I feel that this is a nice bow to wrap up everything we've been discussing. So this is chapter 2. It's called Smart Power. Power commands highly different modes of appearance. Its most direct and immediate form finds expression as the negation of freedom. This enables power holders to impose their will against the will of those subject to power, by violence if need be. However, power is not limited to breaking down resistances and forcing obedience. It need not take the form of coercion. Power that relies on violence does not represent power of the highest order. The mere fact that another will manages to form and turn against the power holder attests to the latter's weakness. Wherever power does not come into view at all, it exists without question. The great power is, the more quietly it works. It just happens. It has no need to draw attention to itself. To be sure, power can express itself as violence or repression, but it need not be based on force. Power need not exclude, prohibit, or censor, nor does it stand opposed to freedom. Indeed, power can even use freedom to its own ends. Only in its negative form does power manifest itself as a violence that says no by shattering the will and annulling freedom. Today, power is assuming increasingly permissive forms. In its permissivity, indeed, friendliness, power is shredding its negativity and presenting itself as freedom. Disciplinary power is still commanded by negativity. Its mode of articulation is inhibitive, not permissive. Because it is negative, it does not describe the neoliberal regime, which beams forth impositivity. The neoliberal regime's technology of power takes on subtle, supple, and smart forms. Thereby it escapes all visibility. Now the subjugated subject is not even aware of its own subjugation. The whole context of domination, Herrschaftsmatzung, remains entirely hidden. Consequently, the subject thinks itself free. Inasmuch as it expends a great deal of energy to force people into the straitjacket of commandments and prohibitions, disciplinary power proves insufficient. A significantly more effective technology of power makes sure that people subordinate themselves to power relations on their own. Not to inhibit or repress, it proves so effective because it does not operate by means of forbidding and disapproving and deprivation, by pleasing and fulfilling. Instead of making people compliant, it seeks to make them dependent. Power that is smart and friendly does not operate formally, i.e., against the will of those who are subject to it. Instead, it guides their will to its own benefit. It says yes more often than it says no. It operates seductively, not repressively. It seeks to call forth positive emotions and exploit them. It leads astray instead of erecting obstacles. Instead of standing opposed to the subject, smart and friendly power meets the subject halfway. Smart power cozies up to the psyche rather than disciplining it through coercion or prohibition. It does not impose silence. Rather, it is constantly calling on us to confide, share, and participate, what Foucault would call pastoral power. To communicate our opinions, needs, and wishes and preferences, to tell us all about our lives. Friendly power proves more powerful, as it were, than purely repressive power. It manages not to be seen at all. Today's crisis of freedom stems from the fact that the operative technology of power does not negate or repress freedom so much as exploits it. Free choice, wahul, is eliminated to make way for free selection, aswal, from among the items on offer. Smart power with a liberal, friendly appearance, power that stimulates and seduces, is more compelling than power that imposes, threatens, and decrees. Its signal and seal is the like button. Now people subjugate themselves to domination by consuming and communicating, and they click like all the while. Neoliberalism is the capitalism of like. It is fundamentally different from 19th century capitalism, which operates by means of disciplinary constraints and prohibitions. Smart power reads and appraises our conscious and unconscious thoughts. It places its stock in voluntary self-organization and self-optimization. As such, it has no need to overcome resistance. Mastery of this sort requires no great expenditure of energy or violence. It simply happens. The capitalism of like should come with a warning label. Protect me from what I want. Now, is that not the perfect consumer society that the Wired magazine series has predicted? There may be some question of interpretation of if this future will manifest based off of the lines of a one-way, univocal consumer society that just consumes instead of participating in a polyvocal manner in the negotiation of their own servitude towards which media we consume. There is an element of that, but by and large, this model is stable, and hence why the Wired magazine Artifacts from the Future series is so powerful, because it shows us in a way in which our environment, our sense of self, our bodies, the air we breathe, the thoughts that we inhabit, our mental and emotional states are all subjected and manipulated by this participatory form of servitude. By clicking like, by gamifying what we eat, the drugs we take, the maladies that we avoid, through life becoming so thoroughly detected and pinned down with technological apparatuses of data collection and efficiency maximization, that our own gut biomes will be studied. So every aspect of life will be under control, but it won't be a control of repression. It will be control via consumer choice. So as the series ends, I ask you, what will you choose in the future? Will you choose to have the gadgets, the promise that life will be made easier, that freedom will be attained and liberation will be had through consumer choice? Or do we know that these things are lies and that these things are fanciful illusions? Because I think in the back of the graphic designers' heads that were making the artifacts from the future, I think they probably even knew they could predict the downsides of these products. People being constantly on edge through various pharmacological and psychomedical stimuli, through various environmental pressures, through the food and water being so thoroughly polluted, through life becoming a maze of gamification and hyper-real exploitation of different digital elements blending into the real, to the point where mass-induced schizophrenia is pretty much the norm. I think they knew, and that's why a lot of them come off as almost humorous. And it leaves us with a bittersweet recognition of where the forebears of this civilization want things to go, where the Bill Gates and the Jeff Bezos of the world want things to go. So this has been the end of the Artifacts from the Future series. And as I always say, God bless and goodbye.